Do me a favor and watch this video.
Women's power is truly unmatched because the way y'all got on the internet and changed the word of provider to a trick, it's gotta be top 10 most dastardly things I've ever seen on the internet. Like asking a man to be a provider and he's not your husband has to be the top 10 craziest things I've ever heard. Cause you really just want this man to pay your bills, and y'all are gonna come up with words to trick men into thinking that if they're not doing this for you, they're not even a man. Then when somebody brought up the logical fallacy, like it's plenty of men, or men was like, I make money, I'm not spending money on you. Y'all changed it to, but I want a
Facts.
provider, generous, kind, giving, non-stingy man.
Excuse me?
Nothing's worse than a stingy man. Like, and it's crazy is women came up with the word
Those are the words they use in getting you. And then you become a fool and then you think you're a protection and provider.
mansplaining, as if women are the definition of, like, I guess you have to now call it womansplaining. Like, women literally change the definitions of what stuff is. Like, before, if you go look at the dictionary of a narcissist or somebody with narcissism, this is something with people in like 1% of the population. Women change the word narcissist to anybody that they don't agree with. Anybody with self-confidence.
She's dropping fact
Anybody
upon
that don't put
fact.
up with they bullcrap. He a narcissist now. I have to.
Show me the lie in what she just said.
So I've been talking about this for a while now. I've been explaining how women tend to market themselves to men that they believe that they can manipulate into giving them free things and paying for their bills and doing extravagant stuff that they would not require from a man that they actually like. I remember saying that women have two different instincts for different kinds of men. One instinct for one guy that they're attracted to is to like sleep with him or be in a relationship with him without any restrictions. And the other one that she doesn't really like is you have to pay all my bills, you have to do X, Y, and Z in order to deserve me to be in a relationship with you, which is a very narcissistic way of thinking. Who do you think you are? If a man said that, everybody would be like, oh my God, peak narcissism. But when women do this all the time, nobody tends to bat an eye. Do you know how narcissistic it is to demand that somebody else, another human being, another sentient human being, beautifully made in the image of God, should do something worthy of you being in a relationship with them in terms of them deserving you? You think that you're better than another human being? It would be better if the person was like, hey, listen, I've accomplished this, I've done this, I've produced this, I'm this, I'm that, and they prove it and say, okay, listen, if you want to be in a relationship with me, you have to be this, this, and that. That's fine. But most of these women that are saying these things have done nothing. They've invented nothing. They've built nobody up. They've helped no man. They've done nothing for any man. They've not proven themselves even worthy of any relationship. That they can cook, they can clean, but they're looking for the man that's making six figures, which is bizarre, certain feet tall with a certain dick size amount, and that is capable of things that they would never be capable of. One of those very important things is having a conversation. But they try to find tricks. And the reason why I say that I agree with this woman is because that's what these women are trying to find. They're trying to find a man that they can trick into being a provider. They can trick into being a protector. They can trick into doing things for them that no sane man that has achieved a lot of stuff for himself and done things for his own self should be doing for a woman that has achieved nothing for herself. No, is she capable of achieving anything for anybody else? Many of these women that are asking of these things are useless, completely and utterly useless. They've achieved nothing. They can do nothing for you. And how do you know that? Is that when you ask them, okay, what do you bring to the table? What do they say? I am the table. Or they say things like, I bring myself. That's what I bring to the table. Me, my presence. Because they know that they are worthless. They have done nothing to deserve a man. And all they are doing is they're just trying to find a male trick. A guy they can trick to be in a relationship with them and just keep sucking things away from this guy that was stupid enough to be in a relationship with her. What the women tend to do is that for the guys they do not like, they expect everything from. They're like, in their head, they're like, hey, if I'm going to be in a relationship with this guy that I don't find attractive, you should do A, B, C, D, and E, and G for me. Instead of just saying, no, I don't want to be in a relationship with him because I don't find him attractive. It's like, no, if I'm going to be in a relationship with him, It must deliver on all these points that mean nothing. And if it dare has any sense of self value for himself, I'm going to gaslight him as a narcissist. I'm going to say, hey, you're a narcissist because you think too highly of yourself, which is weird because that is a narcissistic mindset to think that you deserve A, B, C, and D and G just because you exist. That is narcissism. So the narcissist accuses the person that is a non narcissist that actually has standards of being a narcissist when they don't get what they want. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. But then those same women would go ahead and just open their legs very willingly for the guy that they actually find attractive. Doesn't have to do shit for them ever. Hell, this guy can be like, hey, wanna come see me for the night? They'll be like, yeah, sure. And then they drive on the Uber all the way to his house and have sex with him. While you that they don't like, they feel entitled to your hard work, to your sacrifice, to the amount of shit you had to go through. They feel entitled to that. They can have a baby by a guy that they don't even want to see this guy in a wedding picture next to a friend of theirs, but they can have an entire baby with this guy. But for you that wants to be their husband, they will expect you to do shit that Samson would blush watching. That is the craziness of these women. That's why I say women like this should be held accountable for their actions, and men must prevent themselves from falling for these kinds of tropes. And the trope is very simple. I want a man that provides, I want a man that protects. That is a trope. That's how they manipulate you. That's how they get people that are so gullible because they know only a gullible man would sacrifice for a woman without expecting her to do the same. One. Two, would not even care to think that she may not be the kind of person that sacrifices. She may not be the kind of person that sacrifices. And by these men, they're so in love with aesthetics or with this woman that they forget that this woman is useless. She's useless. And so you put yourself in this kind of situation, and therefore you become a trick. You become a trick, which is funny. Because the word trick comes from the word of a pimp and a hoe, right? And then there's a trick. The trick is the customer of the prostitute, also the customer of the pimp, which is very funny because that explains the world in very clear terms. Women would do everything for a man that she likes that doesn't necessarily like them. That includes taking resources from the man that actually likes them to redistribute it to the man that they like that doesn't necessarily like them nor wants to marry them. So in that sense, that man that they like is the pimp, they are the hoe, and you that's giving them the resources are the trick. Which is a very funny statement because it's true. It's true. Money goes from men to women and from women to very few percentage of men that these women do like. That's what is happening. So, moral of the story, don't be a trick. Don't be a provider and protector for a woman that you don't know about. The woman that doesn't care about you. The woman that clearly shows no form of respect nor liking for you. Just not indicated any form of desire to be with you. Don't be stupid enough to fall for these women that say, you have to do this, do that, and do this to be with me. Because those women are in themselves useless and have nothing to offer. So the very fact that they're asking for men to bend over backwards to be with them is comical at best, narcissist at worst. So don't be a trick. Another good point she made was that many of these women's plain, right? They twist words to suit their own malevolence. They switch words. They say things like, you're not a man if you don't buy these things for your woman. What? I have a dick. That's what makes me a man. They say things like, any real man. Bitch, I know you're not talking about any real man when you're a fake ass woman. Fake hair, fake eyelashes, fake titties, fake ass, fake color of skin. You literally put a punch of powder in your face. You have more cake on your face than your children's birthday party. So don't come to me talking about fake man. You are fake by definition. Even the very mindset that you have is not even yours. It's just regurgitated nonsense from other friends of yours that you shouldn't be having. So don't come telling me about fake whatever. You don't have the right to tell me what a real man is when your entire life is fake. You have no right telling me what a real man is. And they try to twist the words and make men look little if men don't contribute to what they're asking for, which is not just a female attribute, it's a human attribute. The difference is it's consistently, deliberately cultivated to women and being taught to women on a daily basis by the system that is pushing this shit towards women as their primary marketing base. So understand this. If a woman is not out here trying to be with you, she's going to be expecting you to do A, B, C, D, G, and E just to be with her. And your job is to say, fuck no. Anyway, guys, that's all for today, and I will see you guys later.